Right, so I'm not even gonna get into the freaking intro or outro of this video, but still subscribe if you want, or like, share, all the good stuff. Yeah, links to the hashtags, all the good stuff. Anyways, I know it's 4 or 5 days old. I still wanted to talk about this, put my mind on it, get my conscience on it a little bit, but it is what it is. I know it's harsh in the past month, especially February and early March this month. I was harsh as absolute hell on this dude Adin Ross, but you know what? Hey, usually I don't do this very much. Hey, I'm not trying to get into the freaking religious aspect of it. Ain't because I was literally 11 years old when I was born. October of 2000 from what it said. So this dude's young enough to be my little brother. So he's 11 years younger than me. So that makes him some 35. So he's like 22, 23 years old at least. So, hey, I give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe not trying to get into the whole religious aspect, but maybe Jesus, Yahshua, Jesus, God can change the dude's life and make it be for the better. Hopefully, it doesn't end up like Miskiff, though. I heard some stuff in February when it's on the internet, it's out there forever. I didn't want to do a reaction video with it because YouTube probably would have shut my whole entire channel down. They don't make a dime for monetary gain or any of this shit. But he ended up punching the living crap out of one of his best friends. He severely hurt him. From what the other dude said, he had scars on his back, scars on his face, scars all over his freaking chest and everything. He almost dislocated his whole jaw. That's how bad he beat him. From this other dude. And it's crazy. I know I try not to get into that whole Twitch thing because I remember Miskiff, the only time I heard about him a few times the past 2.5 years was from another associate that's like his best Twitch friend. It's the real super cute, no offense. Because I know she's like 26, 27 years old, so she's a lot more closer to my age. Like 9 years. Granted, she's almost a decade younger than me. Emery Chu, whatever. I know she's like the halfway, half Asian chick. Really, really cool ass chick. I don't know IRL, but I know that's the only thing I know that he's associated with was her and the whole TKO, the One True King, the one that like Asmongold runs. So I know business wise, they're all like connected to each other. I don't know if they all live in the same house 24/7, but I don't know how the hell that even goes. I could not do that for the life. Mentally, I would destroy myself. I'd probably unalive myself. It's too much freaking giant egos in one big house like that. I'm surprised they haven't all taken each other out. I don't even mean that in an M-word way. Lecherous, taking each other's backs out in a way, in a bad way, like not with a knife or a firearm or any of that. I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet, but unfortunately, that probably will happen one of these days, especially the way TikTok is. Especially with those TikTok houses. My God, thank God I didn't live in a generation where TikTok was around. So glad I was probably one of the last generations of millennials. Old boomer millennial myself. I was able to out there physically touch grass. I even joined a volleyball team for a little bit. I never told you about that, but I was on a little league softball team for a little bit when I was in elementary middle school. So at least I got to do that. And even though I never made it to the big leagues of baseball, I still appreciate the sport sometimes. Anyways, this comes from Jeremy Gann from Dexterto. Adin Ross apologized to Andrew Tate after clips get to top G arrested. I know I say it in a funny way like that, but you already know my takes on Andrew Tate. I'll try to leave links to my older videos down below. They're still kind of the same like they were last year. Nothing's really changed. The dude, in my personal opinion, he's kind of a gatekeeper. I agreed with half of his shit, what he was saying before. Now, as far as like abusing, hurting, and slapping women and all that, and doing a lot of, I say, like domestic DV stuff, ugh, and graping and all that, I disagree with that massively on that part. But the other stuff, he was kind of a gatekeeper too, a little bit. He knew about the stuff about Masons, Illuminati, and all that stuff, NWO, Klaus Schwab, and all that stuff. That part I massively. The whole Matrix thing, yeah, I do believe we're living in a certain Matrix simulation, but to a certain extent, we live in a Matrix simulation. I'm not in the Russell Brand levels. Hopefully, he doesn't end up being like Russell Brand. I pray he doesn't end up being like Russell Brand. That was a thing I didn't want to talk about last year because the YouTube algorithm probably would have destroyed my channel worse than I already did before. So let's truly jump into it. Okay. December 22nd, Romania authorities arrested Andrew Tate and his brother again. He ended up getting arrested a second freaking time. Sad. Super sad shit. Andrew Tate and his brother, Tristian Tate, I totally forget he always has that other younger brother, Tristian Tate, that's literally my age. So he should know better than what he's talking about. On suspicion of human trafficking, graping, unfortunately, formal criminal gang membership. However, several months later, in March 2023, they were released from custody. The Tate brothers were placed under house arrest for 4 months and eventually released for former from the home arrested, but were not ordered to leave Romania. However, March 11, 2024, oh, it's happened longer than now, so the 13th, like 4 days ago. So almost a whole week old. The Tate bros were once again arrested by Romanian authorities, which extradited to the United Kingdom. It would eventually be revealed that the brothers planned to remain in Romania through a Kick Streamer. No, he's not on. Keep forgetting he's not on Twitch anymore. He's on Kick now. He's the one I think at Trainwrecks TV created that thing, in which he has apologized to his brothers. Yep, Adin Ross. Oh yeah, it's really really bad. Apologizes after Kick Streamer. Hopefully, it mean nothing from the bottom of his heart, man, because that was kind of a snake in the grass movie. He truly did actually mean him to get arrested a second time. This is brand new ass shit, so I'll leave the link to the video down below. Let's continue forward. This is in his words. Adin Ross says, Andrew Tate's team, I almost call him Teats. Tate's team has confirmed that he effed up. And he told him Adin Ross in a kick stream he's effed up, and that thank God, he did not get put back in there, because I would have felt really super guilty. Also, he didn't go to jail. I thought he did. I don't know, unless the person that's the author of this thing is an AI generated thing, which I hope he's not. Or it's a real person writing the story, who knows. Adin Ross said he spoke to Andrew Tate for his arrest, telling his viewers, I quote, quotation marks, Tate has spoke to me and he said, dude, just come back to Romania. I want to give my people and your people what they wanted to see. Let's do some content. I forgive you, unquote. Andrew Tate and Tristian Tate appeared at a Bucharest court where his rules both extradited the UK after legal proceedings in Romania. However, a date trial hasn't been decided yet. He had thoughts using penny speculations. I already read all this shit before. I want to get to this one day, but I'm just going to read you the title real quick. This is some scary end of the world. I'm not trying to be a fear-mongering YouTube algorithm gods. I swear I'm not trying to stir people up. Buy this and buy that, trying to be like fear prawn. I swear not. But sad what happened to Tyson Foods. They closed Iowa Park with 1,000 Tyson Chicken Foods. They shut down almost 1,200 employees. Scary ass shit. And shout out to this dude right here. I can't even show his freaking whole thing, but he's getting back in that fearmonger train. But I believe him 100 billion% legit. That's what he thinks about Mr. And Mrs. The crack of lightning, Mr. Barack himself. I'm not even getting to that. But back to Tate. Yeah, you already know how I feel about him. I don't know. Sometimes he just comes off as an actual GTA 5 Grand Theft Auto character. Like I said in my older videos, man. He throws up a lot of symbolism out there. He does the same stuff. I'm saying the same song and dance, but I'm still going to regurgitate it anyways. So guys, you didn't see my video last year, Mr. Andrew Tate himself. I don't know if the dude's a gatekeeper, if he's really telling the truth about certain things. Like I said, I disagree how he treats and respects women sometimes. You know, I was kind of agreeing with it 2 years ago earlier, but thoughts and opinions change, man. Time changes. People's mindsets change for years and years and years. Some people change, some people never change. It's the way I feel like the way he was doing it to get young men to like respect women in a really, really messed up physical violence way is not the right way to go, in my opinion. It's crazy though. He's built an empire in the whole Hustles University thing. I don't know. He might be a gatekeeper to certain thing. He gatekeep this, he gatekeeps that. I don't know, man. I really, really don't freaking know, dude. I really, really hope he doesn't get no death sentence or any of that stuff. He doesn't get no electric chair. God forbid if he does. Or the lethal poison injection and stuff. I hope he doesn't get none of that stuff. Not no lawyer, DA attorney, but I don't know how the laws, rules, and regulations and law firm shit works in Romania. It's a whole other different world compared to the United States. I don't know. I think it's like European, or it's one of the two, or Middle Eastern Arab. I don't know. But it's some pretty wild, scary stuff out there, man. And the way they were destroying him on the internet last year was crazy. I'm not even defending Andrew Adin Ross either. I don't know, he's just one of those dudes, even though I try not to judge too harshly, just flexes money. And no offense to anyone, if any of you guys were 90s kids, you knew people like Third Base, Eminem, Slim Shady, or any of that stuff. I don't know what race, ethnicity, and I try to get too much race, ethnicity Adin Ross is, because I remember dudes when I was in middle school, high school, and it was like 4 at the 5 most, white, Caucasian. And it depends on the living circumstance. Not every single black person always live in the ghetto and out in the hood, or Spanish Latinos all hood and wiggity you, yo, what up, with this, that. He kind of has like a black scent a little bit. I don't know if that's really genuinely how he acts on and off camera, because I know I see him with a lot of black African American friends a lot most of the time. I seen him a lot. I didn't watch all his streams. I watched a bunch of Twitch clip streams and Twitch highlights. He's mainly hanging around with like African American black people most of the time. I don't know if he just does that for the camera or he genuinely loves hanging out with black dudes a whole bunch. And he really is about that life. Because when I used to live in the ghetto hood projects, not trying to get too private or personal, you guys, but I didn't act all ghetto or thug or hood. I didn't go and join a blood gang or a Crips gang or show how to shoot this and shoot that and sell this drug here, show the drug addict there. And just as for example, YouTube, not selling narcotics or weeds or any of that shit. I'm not doing none of that crap at all. And I see some people in the projects do that. That shit broke my heart bad when I was living in Spanish Harlem, New York. I don't know what upbringing he had. I think he was born and raised in Miami, Florida. And I hear parts of Florida are really, really scary as hell to go in the lower poverty class levels of scary, rough-ass neighborhoods like that. I've seen documents on it. It's scary as freaking hell. I pray to God I never have to go through that again because I used to live in lower Section 8 company, like places like that. They're literally hells on earth. Sometimes when I have to go past the strip, sometimes a lot of it's scary ass fucking slum. Every city, it's like Eminem Slim Shady said a long time ago. Every city's got a ghetto and every ghetto has a hood. That's true. I remember this very fucking vividly, man. I don't know. It depends on how you participate with that because a lot of people, they don't go past the age of 18 or 21. And they end up either leaving this life earlier, to put it lightly, get their life ended or cut off early by, unfortunately, stupid, disrupted, messed up violence crap, or they end up going the right way and try to be as highly educated as I can and leaving, escaping the hood and never coming back because they don't want to go back to that old life. I get that. So I don't know what his background or upbringing was. And the only thing I knew, he started as an NBA 2K17, 2K18 player, so that's maybe another reason why I had a lot of African American black friends. Black people friends. So there's nothing wrong with that either. I used to have very ethnicities, a lot of other friends in middle school, high school. And then by the time I got into college, university now, I see most of the people, no offense to not generalizing stereotypes, most of them were usually Asian Filipinos or white people most of the time. You know, it was maybe like a good handful of black people, but a lot of them were the super, super white, light-skinned black people. There weren't that many dark-skinned blacks in the community college I was going to, and that's crazy. And that's not me trying to say, oh, degeneracy, or trying to sound R-word racist or any of that shit either. That's just unfortunate truth. That's crazy. It's actually the university I went to, man. There was literally almost no black people at all. A lot of them were either Indian, Arab, or West Indian, or Asian, and a lot of whites. I was probably like, if I was lucky enough, maybe like the first 100 or 200 Hispanic Latinos that were in there. But then again, Hispanic Latinos, this is the thing. A lot of them look super, super white Caucasian. A lot of them look super African American black. And there's some that look like me, either the Filipino, brown skin, like Native American looking race ethnicity. I usually don't like talking about stuff like that, but I don't know. I think that's what Adin Ross's background may or may not be. I could do a whole separate video on that and a whole documentary. I'm not going to put that much energy in a video on that. But that's scary, man. It really is. So I don't know. I'm not judging him on his fruits, but the way he acts, like all the fashion, oh, I got this nice watch, I got the fancy ass clothes, and I got this and that. It annoys the hell out of me. It reminds me of so many people, especially middle school, high school. I got this and I got that. That shit never appealed the fuck out of me. Even the sneakers. I never gave a shit about a lot of the sneakers either, but I'm just going to cut it short here. I'll talk to you guys soon. Hey, if Andrew Tate goes back to prison forever, that sucks. That's on him. I feel bad for Tristian Tate a lot more, but Andrew Tate, hey, he had his time in the sun, and it's going to have to burn out sooner or later. His fame and fortune, one day it's not going to last forever, and everything that's hurt perishes forever. And that's it. Just find your light in Christ Jesus, the Savior God, and that's it. Peace out, my sauerkraut, lazy mice, useless. I take it easy on them out. Just stay so cautious and take any of the poison and the schemes. And it is a selection election here, so be careful of that. Goodbye, I'm gone. See you in the next future video. I'm out of here. Peace. Later.